Well, hey everyone, how are you? It's lovely to see you all again as usual, and I hope that I find you very well indeed. And thanks for coming over again this week just to see what I've made for the family meals, starting all the way back on Monday through till today, which is Sunday. But we were away for a few days over to the Isle of Arran. This is it here, and it was very rainy, very overcast, but it gives the island a lovely magical feel, so we just love it. This is only about 50 minutes away from where we are, so we go over quite often. So I will show you what we had whilst we were there. But on Monday, it was good old cheesy pasta. I'm not going to call this one macaroni cheese because the cheese sauce is made slightly differently. I found a recipe online which uses cream cheese in the sauce, and it was lovely. A wee bit different to my normal macaroni cheese, so I'm just going to call this one cheesy pasta because it is just the sauce with some macaroni. Like I said, really, really tasty, ultra creamy, and not overly cheesy because you're using the cream cheese and just a wee bit of cheese. You know, it isn't as cheesy as normal, and this one didn't go into the oven either. So it's just the sauce and the pasta, but like I said, really, really tasty, and I will definitely do this one again. In fact, I might do a wee video on this because it was smashing. And then just a wee bit of garlic bread on the side, just to use up garlic bread that I had in the freezer that really did need used up. And then moving on to Tuesday, you will have seen this in last week's food shopping unbagging, and there wasn't one this week just because we were away, so I popped up a wee archive recipe instead, which you seem to be enjoying, so I'm super chuffed about that one. It was the potato top pies. So on Tuesday, as you can see, we had a steak pie, and this one was from the local butcher. So I've got a jacket potato at the side, just for a wee change, some mashed swede with butter and pepper, and that's the stew from the steak pie. So it's just steak and beef sausages with a lovely rich beef and onion gravy. I love the wee butcher steak pies. They are so tasty, but they're quite expensive, you know, for the size of them. So I do try and make my own when I can, but when I'm not going to have time, a butcher steak pie always goes down well. So like I said at the start, we did go to Arran for a few days, and yeah, we just love it there. Like I said, it is only 50 minutes away from us on the ferry, so it's quite a short ride in the ferry, but you know, when you're there, you could be on the moon. You know, it feels so far away from where we are, although it's not. So on Monday, we went to a place called the Armadale. It's a local legend. It just serves bar meal type meals, you know, as a hotel with a bar, and you know, it's so popular with visitors and locals alike. And I don't think the menu has changed in the 13 years I've been going here, although they do, you know, daily specials as well. So we both had the haddock, chips, peas and tartar sauce. And then moving on to Thursday, yet we were still there, but we went somewhere different this time. This is another hotel. This is the Douglas Hotel, which is just a wee bit along from where we were staying. It's only about a 10-minute walk from where we were staying, and it was very rainy and windy, so we decided just to go here because the Armadale is about a 20-minute walk away, so it's a wee bit further away. So we just went to the Douglas, and I had char-grilled chicken, Hasselback potatoes, and leeks and broad beans and broccoli, and Mr. What's for Tea had the fish and chips. He loves fish and chips anywhere, and he said that was amazing. Mine was nice as well, but I have to admit, when I seen his fish and chips, I was wishing I'd gone for the fish and chips because it's typically something that I would have, but I didn't. You know, I always get fish and chips, so I'm trying to, you know, try different things. But what I had was really nice, so just for a wee change. And then Friday, we were still on Arran, and it was a wee bit brighter on Friday. It wasn't as rainy and windy, so we ventured back up to the Armadale Hotel just because we just love the atmosphere there. It's just so welcoming and warm and cosy. So was the Douglas Hotel, but we just love this place. Been coming here for such a long time. So we both get the same thing. This is just macaroni cheese, and you could have black pudding on the top, or haggis, or bacon. So we went for the black pudding crumb on the top, just with some chips and a wee side salad on the side. And this was a lovely addition to the macaroni cheese, and I might be incorporating that into my own macaroni cheese going forward. And then we were back on Saturday, and I made a quick and easy chicken arabiatta. I feel as though I haven't had penny arabiatta in such a long time, and I added chicken to this one, just to sort of add, a wee bit of protein and bulk it out a wee bit. So it's just penny pasta and chicken. There's peppers, onions, garlic, chilli. What else is in there? Tomatoes in there, black pepper, and it was lovely as well. And a wee bit of grated cheese on the top. So this is just mild cheddar. Ever so easy to make and very quick to make as well. Quite cheap to make, especially if, like me, you've got cooked chicken breasts in the freezer just to add in. And then moving on to today, we had fish again. It's just because I was a wee bit jealous the other night when I didn't get the fish and chips, and I've been craving fish and chips since then. So I said, I think we'll have fish and chips, and of course Mr. What's for Tea is all in for that because he loves his fish and chips. Now obviously it's not restaurant quality or even fish and chip shop quality, but it's still nice all the same. Not your typical Sunday dinner, but we don't really go down for typical dinners on certain days anyway, so we can eat anything at any time. So we've got some chips, a battered fish fillets, a couple of wee wedges of lemon, and then some parsley on the top, and then some mushy peas as well. And this was really tasty. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And again, it's been really cold and windy and rainy. I think that's our summer unfortunately gone now. I think that is us by with the summer, which makes me a wee bit sad. But yeah, I do love the autumn and winter as well. I think autumn is actually my favourite season. So I'm going to stop rambling now. And thank you all for watching if you're still here, and give a huge thank you as usual to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, and to the channel members here on YouTube as well. And this is also Arran, but in a bit of a brighter day. I think this was last year. And thank you all for watching, leaving your lovely comments, and those that share the videos or who have bought me a coffee using the Buy Me a Coffee link or left a super thanks donation. And I will catch up with you during the week. So take care and bye for now. Bye now.